What's up, guys? I'm Sean Larson, and I have some of the best proof in the industry that I get results with hot girls. And that proof is right here. Now, this is a girl that I pulled in New York City in the meatpacking district when I was just going out about, approaching girls. And this is a girl that I got from online dating apps. She is half Indonesian, half white. So, yeah, I met her on the dating apps and I got her from there. And here she is after we've already banged, just chilling with me at my apartment with her curvy big ass and everything, right? And I think here I was just like getting her a ride to go back home, whatever the fuck, right? So that's what's going on in this clip. And in the next clip here, that's coming up,
Does you? Huh? Yeah.
I'm here kissing this girl. She's Asian. She's an Asian girl, and I'm kissing her, and we go
Get me water.
to the kitchen, and I ask her to get me a water. Just messing around, like whatever, I just wanted to see if she'll, it's like a compliance test, I want to see if she'll do what I say. That builds investment when I ask her to do something and she does it. And then I kiss her and reward her for doing that, right? All right. I'm going to talk about how guys who know how to get laid, they don't settle down with girls usually. You don't see them settling down with girls usually, like guys who are really good with women. And you see the same situation with like hot girls who are not good at keeping a boyfriend, basically. And I noticed that these things are very similar, except in the man's case, it's that he doesn't know, like the man is going to settle down with a girl if he doesn't know how to get a consistent and predictable like pipeline of girls like coming into his dating apps, his fucking messages, just like going on dates with them. He's going to have problems having options with women, and that is the main issue why a lot of guys get into relationships and stuff. Think about it, like if you had like so many chicks, would you fucking settle down with a chick who looks like a 5 or a 6 or some shit or anything? Even a girl who looks like a 9, whatever, it doesn't matter. You get tired of banging the same chick, right? So at least I do. I don't know about a lot of other guys. I'm pretty sure like most dudes, they get tired of banging the same chick. That's why they cheat on girls or like whatever, eventually that happens. Or that's why like marriages stale out. Women also do the same thing. It's the same thing on both ends, right? And I was actually thinking about this, like, how guys who know how to get laid, that, they don't usually settle down. And that's because they notice that when they do settle down, their discipline goes down. Okay, so they stop working out. They stop lifting weights. It's not even about attracting girls. It's like about maintaining personal standards. And there's something about like not getting laid all the time that makes you like not having like the same chick coming over, like it's almost like it domesticates you, like in a way. So a lot of guys, they feel like they're being domesticated and they want to be wild and free, right? It feels free to just like go wherever the fuck you want to go in the world and just like bang random chicks. So like a lot of dudes, they don't like when they're in a relationship because they who know how to get laid, who have skills on how to get laid. They don't like being tied down because when they do get tied down, their discipline goes down. They stop working out. They become comfortable. They stop making a lot of money in many cases, or in many cases actually, I would say. They become simpy, somewhat. Like you'll notice that the biggest segment of OnlyFans users, the guys who pay these girls, are usually married men, right? They're usually married men or men in relationships, but they're usually married men. You see the statistic thrown around a lot that the the biggest OnlyFans subscribers are married dudes. Why is that? It's because they've been domesticated and they've become simpy. A lot of these dudes, they become simpy because they're not allowed, socially speaking, like society doesn't like dudes, banging other chicks when they're in a monogamous relationship or whatever. And so that's the main thing. Like dudes don't usually settle down when they have options with women, right? And but it's very rare to find that sort of person. And even if you do find that person, you're gonna find that he might have like a rotation or something, like girls, multiple girls on his calendar, anyways, like that fucking come over. Or you might find that he has a main girl and a bunch of side girls, right? The main girl is the one that he has like his main relationship with, and then a bunch of side girls. Now, there's a lot of dating coaches out here that that have ugly girlfriends, and I'm not gonna name any because that would be kind of rude in my opinion. Because I mean, I'm here to help people and get better results with dating and everything and business. And I don't want to like put anyone down, but there's a lot of dating coaches that have like ugly girlfriends and they don't like, what I'm saying, like they don't and they say that it's a one-way open relationship. And I think that's a stupid thing because they're lying. Like they're lying that they have like a main girl and then they can sleep around with all these other girls. Meanwhile, their girl is like cheating on them and like sleeping around with all these different dudes while they don't get any action because they don't know how to get laid. The truth is that you're only the strongest setup is where you are banging a bunch of chicks and the girl usually won't even like look at other guys if she knows that you have those options and that you're banging other chicks, because um because the only reason that the girl would like go around and sleep with other dudes is that she knows you're not going to leave her if you do that, because you don't have female options. That's the only reason why women do that. It's a shit test somewhat. But it can also be just like it doesn't mean anything. It can just be like because she's horny, whatever the fuck. But usually she won't do it if she's afraid of losing you because you have other options with women, and she knows that you have other options, that you could leave her at a minute's notice. So, yeah, that's basically what it is. Um, even if these dudes who know how to get laid do settle down, they keep like a girl as the main girl and they keep side girls. Okay, so that's what I said before. It's always like I think that's the natural relationship, like the way that human relationships are supposed to function, is that there's like the alpha and then there's like the fucking main girl that has the kids and all that other stuff, and then there's all these side girls that like that the alpha guy is fucking around with. That's how you see it in the apes, like monkeys and bonobos or whatever. You see the same thing, same behaviors in like primates and stuff like that. So you do see this sort of behavior in those types of animals that are very similar to humans or related to humans. I also want to make a comparison between girls that friend zoning men they haven't fucked, versus men fuck zoning girls they don't see as relationship material, and so on. So let's make a diagram here. So let's say that like a girl is like friend zoning some guy over here, right? Let's say this is some dude. Girls friend zoning guy they haven't fucked. So if this guy doesn't have any like pre-selection or whatever, and he doesn't physically escalate with girls, and he just behaves platonic, he's gonna get friend zoned. Okay, that means that the girl doesn't have sexual interest in him anymore, because sexual interest is usually highest. Sexual interest is highest when the girl knows very little about you. In the beginning stages, like as soon as you meet her, like as soon as you like hang out, she doesn't know much about you. The more she learns about you, the more she like knows you, the more of a risk um, she sees, because she doesn't want to ruin this like friendship that she's built, that you've built with her. And so that's what she's thinking. But she's also thinking that this guy's a big pussy who doesn't take action. Subconsciously, that's what she's thinking when when that happens, right? So, um, so yeah, that's the main thing I wanted to talk about, like right here. Men get friend zoned, but women get fuck zoned. Okay, so what is a fuck zone? Okay, let's look at this. Okay, this is a female. Okay, she is, she's like sleeping around with this guy first. Okay, alright, let's say this is one dude she's sleeping with. This could be some other dude that she's fucking getting banged out by. Right? So she's sleeping with all these dudes, but she can't keep them. And so she is now just like, she can't keep them around. Like she can't keep them after sex. Like they just dip out. They just leave. This is the female equivalent of a friend zone. This is called a fuck zone, okay? This is a fuck zone. It means that the girl is seen by the dudes as just like sex. You know, they don't think of her as relationship material for one reason or another. Maybe they think that she sleeps around a lot, maybe. You know, when maybe she only like hooked up with one guy in the beginning, but that guy was just like only interested in like smashing or whatever. So because of that, they put up their, you know, in the West, it's often like the girl is just like sleeping around because she sees no consequences of her behavior. In other countries, they see consequences and they hide it, but they still do it. But in the West, they're open about it. They're just very, just letting you know, hey, I'm fucking all these guys. That's what they say. To every guy, like all over social media, they're just like bragging about it because there's no social consequences for that. And also, they get a lot of attention on social media by dudes. Even though they're shaming them online, the dudes are usually seen as losers in the West when they shame women for sleeping around, because that's just the culture over there. So this is what it is. You know, women fall into the fuck zone, and men fall into the friend zone, right? So that's the thing that I found interesting. But how do men get out of the friend zone? Men have to escalate quickly. Okay, so let me write this over here. To get out of the friend zone, men should escalate quickly. To get out of the fuck zone, women should to get out of the fuck zone, women should hide the fact, hide their promiscuity, basically, and behave like behave like a relationship girl or something. Okay, so and only sleep with guys she sees a potential relationship with. Okay. Yeah, so this is for women, like fuck zone is for women. But here's the thing, like to get out of the friend zone, men need to escalate quickly and they need to avoid, being simps basically, like. But to get out of the fuck zone, women need to hide their promiscuity, and avoid letting dudes know that they're banging dudes and shit. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I wanted to say here about this topic. It's all about like avoiding making friends with a chick or letting her know too much about yourself. You know, that's the main mistake that guys make. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. By the way, we have the our online course that helps you get results on dating apps using this same method of like escalating quickly and framing yourself sexually and all this other stuff. We go over everything in the dating app blueprint. It's our flagship online course for Tinder and the dating apps, not just Tinder. We are currently upgrading the course for 2026 and beyond. It is slightly dated, but the concepts still work. You just have to adapt them to the current time. So yeah, the link to that is in the comments and in the description, and I will pin that comment. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and hit the notification bell if you like my content. And I will see you guys in the next video.